Well, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Crossroads Garage. It is Monday night. We're going to see how much we can get done tonight. I'm going to start with the cab lights and try to get that done because I think that's the most aesthetically pleasing thing I can do right now. So with that being said, let's jump right into this. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is drop all of our tools on the floor or on the ground. No, is take these off and yeah, see how this works because I've never done this before. So it'll be a quality learning experience for both of us. By the way, I'm no good at garage sailing. I just stopped and picked up a swivel office chair, one of those old school wood ones that you spin and it goes up and down, the real cool ones, $5. I was in a hurry just on my way through and picked that up, went to load it in the back of the van, promptly broke it. So that's pretty cool. Broke two of the rungs right out of the back of it, made it officially unusable, which is pretty good. And then I promptly discovered that none of it works at all, so that's fine. It's just extra junk to sit in the garage and collect dust that I'll fix someday. Well, I was going to show you how to do this, but seeing as I don't know how myself, I'm just going to time-lapse this. One day I'll upgrade my camera system so I can actually show you guys what's going on better. But today's not the day. I say way too much. So basically what we're looking at is a little bit of surface rust, just starting to bubble. And I can't find my wire brush. Well, not too sure where we left off. I've been recording now for probably 5 or 10 minutes, but all I was saying is my battery's at 1%, and it's been at 1% while it's plugged in. The battery totally gave up on me, and I'm not having a lot of luck finding another one. So I'm sorry I can't show you this. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. I took this down to bare metal, trying to get some of this rust out around the screw hole. We do not have black or brown or white or even primer gray for that matter. So we're gonna use some good old Chevy orange and just coat it, maybe. If I can get this thing to work. There. Are you gonna behave now? Maybe a little bit. I'll give it a shot. All I want to do is dab this right here. All right, that'll work. Just want to keep the rust from spreading, if you know what I mean. I found a pretty convenient way to get this old rubber off of here is to use some dikes and just chop it in half, and then you can just peel it up and off the lights. This one I'm just going to throw in the bed. Obviously you can see it's just sand basically at this point. Every one of these was cracked and letting water in, as you can see. There's a crack in this one. This one's probably in the best shape. This one obviously not so much. And yeah, there you go. let's take a look at our new cab lights. Get them installed because I'm not saying we can see stuff with it, but we might be able to at least tell when they're on, if you know what I mean. I have not opened these. I've waited for you very patiently, even though it's been difficult. Let's see what we got going on here. Got new, what do you call those? I don't know, I'm just gonna call them plugs. These look identical. Got some new hardware. That's what I'm talking about. Look at those LEDs. Don't look at that part. Just look at the LED part. All right, I think today we're just gonna do the grommets and the bulbs and the lenses, of course. I don't think I'm gonna worry about pigtails. That's what they are. I don't think I'm gonna worry. No, I'm definitely not gonna worry about them. Not gonna worry about the pigtails or the new hardware because the hardware is fine. So we're just gonna feed these through. Oh, I see. You have to worry about the new pigtails. You're gonna have to cut the old ones off, I think, is what we're doing. Okay. Let me mess around with this for a minute. And I'll let you know when I get it figured out. Okay, so this is what I have figured out so far because I'm too lazy to wire in all of this. Every wire in here is black. I'm losing daylight rapidly and I really don't feel like probing stuff out right now to see what's what. So I found that if you slightly oversize the hole on my goodness, this is making a mess. All right, here we go. Oh man, these are gonna be perfect. They look so much better. They're crystal clear. They're probably clearer than the ones that came on it from the factory. You want to use that little bit of RTV just to make sure that no water gets down past this rubber grommet into your cab like it was doing on that other side. You really just don't want the top of this reef skin to start rusting is the main thing. And do not over tighten these. They will crack. Well, there you are. What do you think of that? I think that looks doggone awesome. Look at that. They look amazing. That's fantastic. I'm extremely pleased with that. Well, it is now Tuesday evening. I did not have time to finish yesterday. It got too late on me too quick. So today, we're going to complete the oil change and check transmission fluid. And then I'll give it a start up and check the oil, make sure everything's good. and go from there. All right, inside the cab, that's where those went, looking for them. So for whatever reason, even though it's a 78, technically 77, it's got a inside hood latch, which is pretty interesting. Here. First thing we're gonna do is make sure it can breathe. There we are. Sorry about all the dogs barking. There's 4 of them that are all along this alleyway right here. In fact, I can see that little ankle biter right there. Okay, so we've got an assortment of wrenches. If I don't know what size this is, my guess is a half. And if worst case, trusty vice grips. Where's my half? Here it is. Or not half, I meant 9/16. And it is 9/16. And it's not totally jammed on there. Imagine that. All right, well, we get to be the first ones to see what type of shape this oil's in. Well, I mean, it's got another 10 miles left in it, I think. At least there's no water and no coolant, no gasoline, I don't think. Nope. That is just very, very, very old oil. All right, let's see if we can get this filter off. Doubtful very. Oh man. They say not to hold your breath when you're straining, so I make sure to hold it the whole time. Oh my goodness. That is, saved it. That is incredibly tight. I wish there was a better way to grip this thing. I can guarantee you I do not have an oil wrench. Oh, let me get a rag. All right, got a couple of tricks. We'll see if we can make any of them work. First off, the trusty hammer and screwdriver. Give that a shot. Trick is to get it kink right there. This kind of stinks. I don't have any of my regular tools right now. Well, really hope I'm not hitting the threaded port on this. I think that just went through. Aha! This trick works so good. Now I can't get the screwdriver out. So that's pretty good. At least for pre-draining the filter. One less step, you know. Loosened it. Perfect. All right. While we're waiting for that, we can clean off the plug, toss that back in. By the way, if you're ever in a real bind and can't get one of these filters off and you find yourself with no hammer and no screwdriver, or if the hammer and screwdriver fails you like it does me consistently, then what you can do is get yourself a serpentine belt, a V-band belt, not V-band, a V-belt, or a bungee cord, even a tie-down strap for that matter, I've even had a rag work once or twice, but you wrap the filter and then you pull this way while keeping it taut, and it'll a lot of the time it'll break it loose for you, is what I'm trying to say. There we go. I need to learn to trust my gut. It was definitely a 9/16. The only thing that stinks about putting holes in oil filters is it really tends to get all the way up into your armpit. Good old Napa Pro Select. Yeah, I don't even think they make any. You gotta go with that Napa Gold. Yes, sir. It's the same thing as a Wix. So, we're in good shape. Oh, come on. My fingers got too much lube on them. And don't crank your filters on, guys. Just get them nice and snug. Give them just a tickle more and call it a day. No sense in putting a torque wrench on it and taking it to 100 foot-pounds. You'll never get them off. Make sure the drain plug is nice and tight. Yeah, seems to be. All right. So we've got a couple of different flavors of Vitality here for this truck. Got the good old Rotella diesel oil, some straight 30 weight, and some high mileage stabilizer. So, I'm gonna need a funnel actually this time because I'm not tall enough. I got the short leg syndrome. Toss this guy right in here. And we're gonna start off with a little bit of straight 30 weight. Just because I already opened it. But we're gonna go a little bit heavy because I think that's only 4 quarts, so this is 5. Probably only takes 5, 5.5. I'm gonna put 6 in it, fill the oil filter up, and then we'll check the level. And if it's too full, we'll just drain a little bit out, toss it in a bottle, and put it behind the seat, just in case. I want this thing to have its appropriate cocktail. Oh, that's why I got 2 quarts. I had to use some of this oil. I used 1.5 quarts. So never mind, we're good. We are good. Put you. You know, I like Lucas, but one thing that I would appreciate if they would just figure out how to do is make these lids slightly more, slightly less toddler safe, because I struggle, man. I tell you what, I'm not gonna pretend. These things are stickier than Gerber baby food lids. Man, these needly insects are out in force right now. There. You just leave that in there to drain. While we wait for that Lucas to do its thing, probably take 9 years. Let's see if I can get this poured into the jug without spilling it, without a filter. Haven't attempted that for a while. Probably a very bad decision. Still got it. Dang mosquito. distracting me. I almost had a perfect pour. Let's see if this Lucas is done. Oh yeah, perfect. All right. Not very ambidextrous. Whew. Or whatever they call it. Okay. We'll get this deal back on here. And wouldn't be a Chevy without the old horsepower modification. Oh no, we can't do it. The stud's not long enough. Well, that's not fair. I wonder. We only need it to bite. Come on, let me have it. Well, of course, it's not going to hold still for me to do it. I gotta switch hands. There we go, we got it. All right. Let's see how this puppy sounds now. Give her an old test start. That's helpful to have. Okay. Let's see if she'll crank up. That's actually good. Oh, a little bit of oil pressure. There it is. Look at that oil pressure. 55 pounds. That's perfect. Smelling better already. Yes, sir. Got some fuel treatment dumped in there. I think we're looking pretty good. My gosh, this thing does run smooth. Look at that thing. No shaking or wobbling or jumping. Look how straight those pulleys are. It's unbelievable. Oh yeah. Hovering right on 60. That's amazing. Alright, let's shut her down. Let the oil settle a little bit while I clean some stuff up. And then I'll check our level, and end up the video for this week. I think that's the plan. Alright, it's been sitting for about 10 minutes now. Let's see what our oil looks like. I decided I'm not going to do plugs today. I want to run some gas through this thing, get a new tank, or what am I trying to say here? Get a fresh tank of fuel through this thing before I change the plugs, because my guess is they're pretty rich and pretty crusty. So I'm not going to change plugs before I get fresh oil in here. How is there a bunch of French fries in the air? Oh my. This is amazing. You're not even going to believe this. You can't make this up. There is literally French fries all in my air cleaner. What is going on? Look at this. It's all the way around the backside over here too, with a bunch of poop. Now, I'll be honest with you, poop I expected. French fries, I did not. That's wild. Can't be that full. I want to put 5 quarts in it total. And that's probably just not reading correctly yet, because all that Revin's probably got oil up in the dipstick tube. But I can make an educated guess and say that we're good and full. 5 quarts should be the minimum of what an old 350 takes. As far as I'm aware, 5.5, 6 maybe, but pretty sure it's 5. In any case, it's done and we're full. So, that's all that matters. The other thing, this scared me to death. This big old wet spot right here and all over this inner fender well. I discovered that this has a slight leak and it's no longer really attached, so it just blows transmission fluid out of that hole if you accelerate hard or rev or do anything fun like that. So, you know. Apparently this hood is 132 years old. That checks out. Well, we got it done. It's got fresh oil. It's got a little bit of 30 weight. It's got some diesel oil and some Mortella for all the vitamins. It's got some Lucas to just help peg out that oil pressure a little bit more. The more oil pressure, the better, from what I've been told. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh yeah, we got the cab lights installed. Those are still working. Those are awesome. I'm so pleased with those cab lights. If you guys are interested, let me know, and I'll put it. I don't know how to put it in the description yet. I'm not that computer savvy, but I'll respond to any comments and put the part number in there. So that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. I would really appreciate any of you that want to or feel like it or can. If you would please like, comment, subscribe. It would really help me out. I'm really hoping to be monetized before the end of the summer. Today is June 3rd, I believe. Yeah, the 3rd. And we've only got a few months left. So please hit that subscribe and that like button. Send me some comments. So with that being said, that's going to do it for me this week. I hope you guys all have a great weekend and rest of your week. And we will catch you all next Saturday, hopefully.